Horsetails is proudly brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. South Carolina, a true leader in the equine industry.
Folks, down here in Cedar Swamp for the 19th running of the Kingstree Trials. Debbie, Bobby, and Jason McCutchen, first class facility, and put on a first class race. And Wiley, this is where it all starts.
David, yes sir. The first stride to the finish line begins in South Carolina. That's what the South Carolina Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, that's their tagline, and I'm so excited they invited us here today. David, I'm just of mine to let you do the show. I'm going to walk around and see if someone will let me play jockey for the day. You got that?
Lonely, it's lonely as the host of a show, folks. Gonna be some great action here today. A little cool, actually had snow up in Columbia, a little bit of sleet here, but it's gonna be fast action here on this track.
I can't wait, David. Like I said, I love thoroughbred racing. I think they're going to have some quarter horse racing out here today, so we're going to see all breeds.
So right on. Horsetails is being brought to you today by Carolina Fresh Foods. Folks, we are Fresh Delicious. Equestrian Images, making memories together. By the South Carolina Agriculture Department, it's a matter of taste.
2014 is the year of the horse. The South Carolina Department of Agriculture is working to promote your horses and your business. We are working to open new areas for trail use and to let the public know how important horses are. South Carolina has world-class horses and horse people. From race horses to show horses, we have the best. The South Carolina Department of Agriculture, letting people know how important horses are.
Folks, the PD Cowboy arrives for the brand, and my brand is Carolina Fresh Foods. We have a new product out on the range. So ride on into your local Piggly Wiggly or other fine retailer and ask for Carolina Fresh Premium Leg Quarters. And folks, if they don't have one in the corral, tell them to get cracking and call the old PD Cowboy and his elite posse of chicken wranglers. Carolina Fresh Foods, the name says it all. We are Fresh Delicious.
There once was a hungry road that wouldn't let drivers get very far. It wore out their tires, forcing them to buy new ones time and time again. Then along came the Michelin man who proved the right tire changes everything. With long-lasting tires in place, those drivers were back on the road to saving money. Michelin Hydro Edge tires last up to 33,000 miles longer. Michelin, a better way forward.
When you hear the name Earnhardt, you might not immediately think of farming. But my family's been at it for years, just like Nationwide Agribusiness. In fact, they're the #1 farm insurer in the nation. And with their On Your Side Farm Review, you get a personalized policy for your farm with the coverage you need at the right price for you. My family's trusted Nationwide for more than 30 years. To find out why, call your Nationwide Agribusiness agent today.
Folks, welcome back to the show. Got a special treat. We got two hot ladies on a chilly day. We start off with Leslie Spivey, Executive Director with the Williamsburg Chamber of Commerce. A lot goes on in Williamsburg County. You want to share some things, what's going on?
Well, the first thing I can say about Williamsburg County, one of the things that this country needs is water. And boy, we have good rainfall, and we have had our first rain on the Kingstree Trials. And this is the 19th running, and this is the first time we've had rain. Isn't that something?
You know whose fault it is, don't you? It's Bobby's. He wrote about how pretty it was last year.
Yes, he did. But it's okay. But what really surprises me is look at all the people. Even though we have had rain, we've had hail this morning, people are still coming, our loyal supporters, because they love the Kingstree Trials. Well,
The 19th running, the McCutcheon's got a beautiful place. Whose brainchild was it, Leslie?
19 years ago, Richard Treem, who was supervisor, county supervisor at that time, he knocked on Debbie's door and he said, I have an idea. He said, would you be willing to let's do a horse race? And she said, what? And it just kind of snowballed from there. The chamber got involved, they had a committee. I think the first year there was probably just a couple of hundred people, but they decided to do it, and it's been going strong ever since.
Well, great. We'll switch right. We're going to change horses, folks, in the middle of the race. Debbie, I-Pot.
Correct.
I get all the difficult names. So I'm going to ask you your title because I forgot what it was.
I am president of the chamber board.
Good.
Yes.
Good. So what you got going on here today?
Well, we're out here to support Leslie, and all of our board members are here to support this event because it's very important, not only to this community for this event today, but this allows us to make a little money to have events all during the year in the community. We have events for children, we have concerts, we have business card breakfasts for the community, we do ribbon cuttings for all of our new businesses. And so this allows us to really be involved for the entire year in Williamsburg County, and we're very proud of this signature event that we have.
Well, you won't take much convincing me. South Carolina, smiling faces, beautiful places, a little chilly and overcast, but it's not going to dampen the spirits here today. So
I don't think they'll do that in Williamsburg County. We have great people here. It's a great place to live.
It's not their first rodeo, is it?
No, it's not.
Hey folks, I'm here where the action is really going on at the Kingstree Trials. This is where the party starts. I'm here with Chelsea Singletary. She's from, where did you say you were from again?
Georgetown, South Carolina.
Now what brings you out here on a cold, cold day? I hear this is one of the first times it's ever rained at the races. Now is this your first time here?
No, it's my second. They come all the time, but they said that it was like this a few years ago, but it's tradition and they have to come, so rain or nothing, sun, hopefully soon.
Now I see y'all got a hog cooking back there?
No, that's going to be kebabs later.
Okay. Now are you here for the racing or for the party?
Both.
Who all did you come here with?
Just a bunch of friends and family.
Now are you in college?
Yes.
Okay, where do you go to school?
HGTC.
All right. Well, we're going to keep moseying on down and see what other folks are doing here at the Kingstree Trials. When you're at the horse races, you always follow the smoke from the grills. You know something is cooking good. And I found this man right here, Vernon Neesmith. He has been coming to the Kingstree Trials for many, many years, and he's got something smelling really good cooking on his grill. Vernon, what do you have cooking on the grill?
Some barbecue chicken and pork chop.
Can you open the grill for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what you got on there.
Egg quarters and center cut pork chops.
Now, how many people are you feeding today out here?
About 20 people.
Are these family and friends?
Family and friends, and I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
You're from Columbia, so you come all the way down here for this horse race.
Oh yeah, this is my hometown too, so
okay.
Yeah.
Now, Vernon, how do you get front row parking like this?
You gotta pay to park.
Pay to park.
Yeah, and get your ticket early.
All right, you heard it right here from Mr. Neesmith. That's how you get into the Kingstree Trials. Bring some good food and pull up to the track.
Folks, while Wally's in the infield having a good time, the old cowboy's over here working. Folks, James Brown is the hardest working man in show business. I've got the hardest working man in the horse racing business. Jason, appreciate you having us out.
As always, pleasure having y'all. We just love the show. Appreciate y'all's support, and wish we could have a little better weather for y'all today, but we're going to have a horse race anyway.
Well, we might have to go coon hunting when it's over tonight.
Well, hey, listen, if all else fails, we can always do that.
Well, listen, I was on the Thoroughbred Association website this morning, and y'all did pretty good in October. I saw your name in a couple winner circles. Is that right?
We've had Lord has just blessed us with a good year. There's no question. We've had a good year. Had a good run at the sales this year, starting in September and October. Got a lot of horses, so won a few races along the way. So yeah, we've been fortunate. Missed on the weather, but so far we've missed the rain and missed the snow that the upper state got so far. And as long as that stays away, we go like I said, we can run a few horses today.
Well, you ain't got a horse running today because I'm a little snowbird, do you?
No, I do not. No, I do not. We, my little girl and my nephew, they have an entrant by the name of Victor Newman, named after the after the soap opera star. But no, that's the only participant we have. And but like I said, we're just looking forward to a good day.
Well, good. You got your Durr brothers over here today, or just
yeah? Travis is coming over. I don't think Cody's gonna make it, but he didn't have anything to run this year. But Travis is coming, bringing his family, and as always, we look forward to seeing them and Dean and his family, and you know, we just like to participate in these races and just put on a show for the people and have a little camaraderie at the same time.
Well, folks, we got some great horse racing action coming in. Jason, good luck today, my friend.
Thank you as always.
Hey folks, stay tuned for more action down here in Cedar Swamp in Williamsburg County for the 19th annual running of the Kingstree Trials. Stay tuned.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Kingstree Auction Company, the leading auction company in the Southeast. Dillon Meat Center, featuring Carolina Fresh Poultry Parts. Ride in and see Douglas and Terry Wayne Jackson today. By the South Carolina Agricultural Department. It's a matter of taste. Folks, the PD Cowboy rides for the brand, and my brand is Carolina Fresh Foods. We have a new product out on the range, so ride on into your local Piggly Wiggly or other fine retailer and ask for Carolina Fresh Premium Leg Quarter. And folks, if they don't have one in the corral, tell them to get cracking and call the old PD Cowboy and his elite posse of chicken wranglers. Carolina Fresh Foods, the name says it all. We are Fresh-alicious.
2014 is the year of the horse. The South Carolina Department of Agriculture is working to promote your horses and your business. We are working to open new areas for trail use and to let the public know how important horses are. South Carolina has world-class horses and horse people. From race horses to show horses, we have the best. The South Carolina Department of Agriculture, letting people know how important horses are.
There once was a hungry road that wouldn't let drivers get very far. It wore out their tires, forcing them to buy new ones time and time again. Then along came the Michelin Man who proved the right tire changes everything. With long-lasting tires in place, those drivers were back on the road to saving money. Michelin Hydro Edge tires last up to 33,000 miles longer. Michelin, a better way forward.
When you hear the name Earnhardt, you might not immediately think of farming. But my family's been at it for years, just like Nationwide Agribusiness. In fact, they're the #1 farm insurer in the nation. And with their On Your Side Farm Review, you get a personalized policy for your farm with the coverage you need at the right price for you. My family's trusted Nationwide for more than 30 years. To find out why, call your Nationwide Agribusiness agent today.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Joining me now is Dean Keller. Last time I saw Dean, we were on the track at your training facility, but it's getting close to post time. How are you feeling, Dean?
A little nervous, excited, all in one.
Your horse is Somerton, and he's over behind us over here, but you're racing against one of your good friends, and you actually trained the horse that your horse is running against. Tell me how that all is going to work today.
I really don't know. I guess when the gates open, we'll know then. But actually, Brown and Dallet has he's already outrun Somerton one time over here, and I hope for Al, he's a hometown fella here in Kingstree, and I hope he wins it today.
Well, what do you think of the condition of the track? Because we've had some rain this morning. You said you even woke up to sleet down there in Somerton. So do you think that's going to affect the outcome of the races today any, or bother the horses?
Well, I looked at the track. The track seems to be in really good shape. I don't think they got quite as much as rain as we had in Somerton. But, just checking the track out, it seems in pretty good shape.
And who's going to be riding Somerton today?
Somerton is going to be ridden by Richard Gilliard. He's an ex-jockey. He's worked for me some in the past, and I'm drawing a terrible blank right now on the guy that's riding Brown and Dallet.
Well, that's okay, because that's not your horse. You don't need to be concerned about it. You don't worry about that. So is this he's ridden Somerton before? Does he know this horse?
Yeah, he knows him. He's ridden him before. He's rode him in Ellery, and when they had the trials over there in March, and he's rode him in one over there on him.
Well, here's the money question. Who should I bet on? Your horse or Al Brown's horse?
That's a tough one. Like I said, I hope Al win it because he's a hometown guy, him, but it's going to be a tough one.
Well, thank you, Dean. It's always great to talk to you, and good luck today.
Thank you.
Folks, join me now, Bobby Jonte from Greedyville, South Carolina. Bobby, you've been announcing these races for how long?
15 years. This is my 15th year here, and this is the first year we've had sleet at the start. So this is quite a thing. Usually the chamber puts on a wonderful show with moderate temperatures and great sunshine, but as you can see, the sun is coming out. We got a rainbow in the back, and we're all excited about starting the first race at 12 o'clock today.
Well, where's the pot of gold, Bobby?
I think the pot of gold hit right there in Cedar Swamp. That's amazing for this place. They told me the other day they had a tornado come through and it did $100,000 worth of improvements. But I'm just kidding with those folks here of Cedar Swamp. But this is an absolutely wonderful facility. The McCutcheons just do a great job, put a great show on, and for all the 15 years I've been here, it's just been beautiful. And I expect the same thing today. You know, it's like a Renaissance fair with cowboy chic and grunge and everything in between. So it's quite an affair.
Absolutely. We're going to have a special treat. Bobby's going to let us up in the announcing booth, and we're going to do some play-by-play. So, folks, stay tuned for some great horse racing here in Cedar Swamp, South Carolina. Folks, we're getting ready to start the first race. It's a quarter horse race. As we talked about the weather, and folks, here it is, November the 1st, and it's sleeting. Can you believe it? Come rain, sleet, or snow, we're going to do some racing here in Cedar Swamp in McCutcheon Training Center.
Bill Chick, one rare feature. He's Almighty Dash. He's the secret feature. As they cut to the first turn, he stretch it out. Just a Bill Chick, one rare feature. He's Almighty Dash. He's a secret feature. He's a secret feature. And they're off. She's all there. Dash for Ripper. NJ First Carolina. Got a Memories. Castle. As they sort it out. She's all there. Dash for Ripper. NJ First Carolina. Got a Memories. Castle.
Jason, we've seen 3 wet races. What's that doing to the track and the horses?
You know, the track's holding up really well. It's a little slick on top, but it's got a good pan to it, real safe. The riders aren't complaining at all. The horses seem to be getting a hold of it because we've had some good races so far. So if it just stays like this, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. I'm not too concerned about it right this minute.
Well, folks, I'm getting ready to build a snowman that keeps this up. Stay tuned for some great racing.
All right, and they got them all in the paddock now for the 4th race, the Anderson Cup. And the number 1 horse is RK Dominator, owned and trained by Shamari Davis. Number 2 horse, Why Not, owned and trained by Myron McKinnon. Number 3 horse, El Vodka, owned and trained by QNS Racing. Number 4 horse, Isaias, owned by Priscilla Rubio and trained by C. Chan Sanchez. And number 5 horse, Thorny Monster, owned by Maurice Perry and trained by Patrick Richardson. And number 6 horse, BT King Chamberlain. And they're off. RK Dominator, Why Not, El Vodka, Isaiah says, Thorny Monster, BT Chamberlain. And here he goes. He sorted out a little bit on the outside. It's Thorny Monster, BT Chamberlain, as they bunch together for the run. 4-2-1. All right, they're in the paddocks now for the 5th race, the Palmetto Cup, sponsored by Palmetto Synthetics. These are 3 years old and up, and they're open quarter horses. Number 1 horse, Toaster Clever 2, owned by Myron McKinnon and trained by Myron McKinnon. Number 2 horse, Quick to Splash, owned and trained by Oscar Epps. Number 3 horse, JLB Blazing Rainbow, owned and trained by Ernie Locklear. Number 4 horse, Dreamy Nicole, owned by Jose Osorio and trained by Chico. And number 5 horse, Kelly's Whiskey River, owned and trained by Nobles Racing. And it's the 5th race, the Palmetto Cup, sponsored by Palmetto Synthetics. And they're off. Touch Clever 2, Quick to Splash, ALB Blazing Rainbow, Dreamy Nicole. Kelly's Whiskey River. As they sorted out the middle of half run, Kelly's Whiskey River. And they're off. And it stretched it out, closing out Victor Newman down to let Chillin Somerton. Past the first furlong. Somerton Chillin round to let Victor Newman close an hour. Back to the last turn, coming for the home stretch. Victor Newman, Somerton Chillin down to the left, close an hour.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Morrell Tire Service. Right on in and see Richard and his fine family of technicians to take care of your automotive needs. By Nationwide, and folks, you know when the PD Cowboy rides, he rides with Nationwide on his side. Ken Law's Supermarket, Fayetteville, North Carolina, featuring a full line of Carolina Fresh 3-pack frozen poultry program. Folks, the PD Cowboy rides for the brand, and my brand is Carolina Fresh Foods. We have a new product out on the range, so ride on into your local Piggly Wiggly or other fine retailer and ask for Carolina Fresh Premium leg quarter. And folks, if they don't have one in the corral, tell them to get cracking and call the old PD Cowboy and his elite posse of chicken wranglers. Carolina Fresh Foods, the name says it all. We are Freshalicious.
2014 is the year of the horse. The South Carolina Department of Agriculture is working to promote your horses and your business. We are working to open new areas for trail use and to let the public know how important horses are. South Carolina has world-class horses and horse people. From race horses to show horses, we have the best. The South Carolina Department of Agriculture, letting people know how important horses are.
There once was a hungry road that wouldn't let drivers get very far. It wore out their tires, forcing them to buy new ones time and time again. Then along came the Michelin man who proved the right tire changes everything. With long-lasting tires in place, those drivers were back on the road to saving money. Michelin Hydro Edge tires last up to 33,000 miles longer. Michelin, a better way forward.
When you hear the name Earnhardt, you might not immediately think of farming. But my family's been at it for years, just like Nationwide Agribusiness. In fact, they're the #1 farm insurer in the nation. And with their On Your Side Farm Review, you get a personalized policy for your farm with the coverage you need at the right price for you. My family's trusted Nationwide for more than 30 years. To find out why, call your Nationwide Agribusiness agent today.
Well, folks, it's been a cold day, but it's been an exciting day. And standing with me now is Jason McCutchen. He's the trainer of the horse that just won, Victor Newman, a 3-year-old. But this is the owner of Victor Newman, and we're going to let her speak in just a minute. But Jason, tell us. You know, it's exciting. You had a big win today.
It is. We've really been high, kind of like this horse. He actually ran on the Preakness undercard early back in April. Just kind of ran a green race, didn't get a lot of, needed the experience, and brought him home, kind of gave him a little time off, and that's why we ran him today. We knew we had some good horses in there. Dean Keller, he always has his horses ready. Travis always has his horses ready. So we wanted to put him in this race to give him the experience, and he got it, and he stepped up. So real thankful, but at the same time, Al's little girls, he owns Brown and Dallet. They've been Carson Ann's babysitters, so it's kind of been like a family thing here. It was just all for fun, all for fun.
Well, I mean, it's not been the greatest weather. Were you worried about the track conditions?
You know, we did our homework. Thank goodness last year we didn't get any. We had no heads up. It just came a big rain, and so we kind of knew Tuesday that this was coming. So we started packing and sealing, and had a lot of nice horses run today. Everybody was excited about the condition of the racetrack. Said it was really good, safe racing. We lost some people in the infield, but you know we can't help Mother Nature. But we really appreciate all the horsemen that stuck it out with us, the supporters that stuck it out, and we just appreciate y'all sticking it out and coming. We enjoy having horse tails. It's a great show.
Well, we've had a great time. Now, last question. What's the next step for Victor Newman?
The next step for Victor, we'll watch, see how he comes out of this race. He seems to be doing really good, and if he gets back into the, doing good and training good, and next couple of weeks, we'll probably take him to Maryland and run him before Laurel closes. We want to see him get a little bigger, but as far as talent goes, we think he's going to be all right.
Well, Jason, congratulations. I just got to get one word from the trainer. Carson, what was it like seeing your horse win?
Good.
Good? How about great?
It was great.
Really great. Okay, well, folks, there you have it. Straight from the Kingstree Trials.
And folks, literally, the show must go on. And it was sleeting and snowing. It was barely November. Folks, we had a great, cold, wet time down in Cedar Swamp in Kingstree, South Carolina. Jason, Debbie, and Bobby McCutcheon put on a great show. The Greater Chamber of Commerce rolled out the red carpet. But it was cold, Wiley.
I could have wrapped the red carpet around me at that point, David. It was a very cold day, but it was some great horse racing. I mean, they still ran the race, and I have to give it to them because, whew, I was cold enough just standing on the sidelines, and they were whipping down that track in all that weather. So I'm glad that we got home and got wrapped up in the warmth of our own house.
Well, Jason and them had done a good job because I think their horse won the Kingstree. Yeah, they won it all. So folks, next year you got to make sure you make the Kingstree Trials because we had a great time, but it was cold. And next year I've got 65 degrees, 5-degree wind ordered for next year, Wiley.
I'm going to write that down, David, because I expect it. Well, they did say that was the first time they'd ever had weather like that. They normally have beautiful weather down there in Williamsburg County, so I expect it to be a good one next year, David.
And folks, until next week, keep your reins low and your hands quiet, and God bless this great country of ours.